it's Jane with Gifts and Decorative Accessories, and I'm here at America's Mart at DEMDACO, me and the Giving Bear, along with Frank Davis, Vice President of Sales at DEMDACO. Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for being here. We're very excited.
So I did a quick look through, and there is so much product here. And one thing I'd really like to know before we get started, how do you decide what's going on the floor? Who's your target audience here?
Yeah, so we have spent a lot of time over the last 2 years developing a specific psychographic, yes, or a persona that we want to develop product for.
Yes.
And we've named her Maria. And so we're about creating product for Maria, her sphere of influence, her friends, her family, her loved ones. And so with that, we've done a lot of consumer testing and really want to develop product that tells a story, mm-hmm, that gives a reason for the independent retailer to be special, to, yes, create an experience for the consumer.
So all the product goes back to Maria and what she and her sphere of influence want.
Absolutely.
So can you tell us about the Giving Bear?
Sure. So the Giving Bear, you've got the largest guy.
Yes.
We actually started with our smaller gentleman here, and as a single SKU. We had developed the Giving collection, and it comes with a blanket, a heart, some socks, and the Giving shawl. Mm-hmm. It's the fabrics, the stories, creating sentiment. We've actually, with the Giving shawl, we actually include we got to change it to a postage paid postcard, but we've had non-postage paid consumer cards, and they've actually, people have willingly gone and put postage on them and shared their stories. So that is really what we're trying to create for our retailers as points of differentiation for them.
And this is just so soft.
It's amazing.
Yes.
And people say, well, why the corduroy ear?
Yes.
It's not just a textural element. That's actually his listening ear. So that when your child is struggling or needs to share something, the bear has a listening ear for the child to share the story.
That's a beautiful story. Yes. All right. I'm going to put this down here.
Yeah. Let's plop him right there.
Okay. Where should we head next?
All right. So just to round out the collection.
This is the shawl.
So this is the Giving shawl that I talked about. The fabric is amazing. It provides a lot of comfort. Women have shared them as gifts with people who are undergoing an ailment.
Yes.
And hospitals are cold, and treatment centers
like
are cold, and when they're at home, it's just an amazing gift. Incredibly sentimental.
I mean, who wouldn't want this?
So, and then
wrap?
A lot of times, people just need the comfort of a hug.
Yeah.
And so we developed the Giving Heart, and
what is this filled with?
Right now, it is. I should know that it is. It's just beads right now.
It feels
people
good.
have asked if it could be. It's got a nice weight.
Yes.
And that's what people have said, that there's comfort in the weight and the idea of a hug. Socks as well.
So this is all about comfort.
It's all about comfort
and giving to each other.
Giving and relationships and those special moments.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Shall we move on?
Yeah, I'd love to show you Sharon Allen.
Yes.
So Sharon Allen is an artist. Based where?
So Sharon Allen is an artist that we discovered. She's based out of Nova Scotia, mm-hmm, and it's a wonderful little story. She actually was out on the beach developing her artwork, and her son came to her with a bunch of pebbles. And obviously they were very special to the child. And if you have children, right,
yes,
they collect things. And she said, well, I've just got to do something with these pebbles. Mm-hmm. And so that began the birth of her art business, or the continuation of her art business. And she went on to develop product for us. We began with just the stone, really telling stories about family and family moments.
Yes.
And so it's a very evocative. It creates an emotion. It creates a feeling. Once I saw it, I rushed out and got basically something that represented my family for Valentine's Day, an original, and had it framed and overnighted. It just causes that in you. So she started there. She added the sea glass back in January, and the product has done so well that we've even added a couple of Christmas pieces with a nativity and an angel.
This is beautiful. I love these. They're so simple and natural. They have a beautiful organic feeling.
She does great work, and it's a great story.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So,
okay.
All right, let's walk back here.
It'd be fun to go to her studio and see all of her pebbles and her beach glass.
I was not invited. So we did go up and shoot with her and talk about her story, and I didn't get invited. The head of PD and our gentleman that creates our social media went and did it.
They did that instead.
They'll invite me next time.
Yes,
I'm
next
sure.
time. So this is an interesting product. Tell me about the kitchen boa.
Yeah, it's the kitchen boa, and it's a scarf for cooks, and so.
May I put one on?
Yep. Well, we're going to give you Kiss the Cook.
This is great. I mean, you could use this to pull pots out, wipe your hands, everything.
Very, very versatile.
Yeah.
So this was actually developed in Kansas City. There is a wonderful institution called the Kansas City Culinary Institute, and so she's a professional chef, and she invites people in to prepare food for those in need. And she was, as a professional chef, can never find her towel, right? So it's either slung over her shoulder, fallen to the ground. She left it behind, and she finally solved it. And she, as a cottage industry, she began developing the kitchen boa.
This makes complete sense, and you could even, do that.
It's fashionable, right? It is not it's not your white tea towel and
different sayings and colors. Really, really very nice.
Yeah. So we've had a lot of fun with this. It's been highly successful. We tie it into other products. So many of the artworks and the art sayings here go on to.
It's a fun little
this
sign.
Is artwork.
Yep.
Or is it a trivet?
Oh.
Right, and so you spread it out, and now it's a trivet for your hot food.
That makes sense.
So
that's a great design.
We believe in multifunctional items, and so we like to put together a story for the retailer. And so you'll see with the kitchen boa, with the trivets, with the various other accessory pieces, the bottle socks, the cheese boards, the artwork will all tie together for the retailer to make a great statement.
Are you finding that wine is always a good story to tell?
Wine is always a great story to tell. Always in the top seller list, for sure.
Okay.
All right, if we'll go down this way.
So what are you expecting that's going to be super duper, like knock your socks off?
You know, the kitchen boas, why don't we cut through here? Excuse us, Beverly. This has been an amazing product. And there's a funny little story where the supply chain team buying the inventory and the sales team had a difference of opinion. And we basically fell in love with this item. And we outsold even a very aggressive investment. So very excited about this. We're expanding the line. So it comes in the two pieces you see here right now, but there'll be a messenger over the shoulder bag in January.
And this is hand sewn?
It's hand sewn. It's got a wonderful story. As I described before, we like to include the story so that it really connects with the consumer.
Yes.
And makes it perfect for gift giving. And retailers would come in and we'd want one, and we'd say, don't you have at least 4 friends that you would share this bag with? And invariably they'd buy 4 instead of 1.
Oh, it's a great, hold everything bag.
Lots of great texture, a great story.
Goes with everything, has every color.
Perfect for a gift.
Yes. This is great too.
Yeah, we've
Lots
had a lot
of
of
texture
fun.
in this area.
We like to say that we're not a fashion company. We're clearly not a fashion company, but we like fashion accessories.
Yeah.
And so we think these have been doing really well. That translates into the comfort collection as well.
Oh yeah.
So
here we are
great
in our
fabrics.
business clothes, and it's like we just went over this.
But you would wear that to the grocery store or right on the couch at home, right?
Definitely.
So that's also an amazing piece.
Okay, shall we go to destination?
Let's go down to destinations.
Hello.
Pardon us.
After you.
Thank you.
Oh, right.
Huh.
So this is a program that we've developed that it's in its fourth cycle. And basically the business has doubled and tripled every year. We realize that there's a need for highly personalized products, regional products. They've been very successful in the marketplace. But what we found were that for a lot of companies that there were either minimums. So if a customer had to buy 144 of one thing, that's a lot for your independent retailer.
Yes.
Or there were setup charges that made the products unconsumable, right? They would not sell through. So we've worked really hard with various manufacturers, both domestic and imported, to create the product line. We believe in great fabrics and great quality. So as you feel the different pieces, you'll
My
note
heart
that the
is
texture
in
is
the mountains.
my heart's in the mountains,
That's beautiful.
and that's Montana. That's why I
And-
thought it said Montana there for a second.
Frank, this feels so good. The opposite side feels so good.
Yep, so
These
this
are
is our
big.
Sherpa throw. And these are domestically made.
It's a really generous throw.
Yeah.
Love these. Love these. This is such a smart collection because people love. I shop when I travel,
Yeah.
you know, and I love to bring a little bit of piece
a memory.
from the road. Yep.
Right? For us, it was ornaments for a long time, but then the tree got full, so now
Sure.
we've moved on to other things. But, you know, here's a regional item that can be personalized
Yes.
down to Blue Ridge, Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, that makes it instantly saleable for the retailer.
Excellent. Well, it's a great time. Summer, so many people on the road, out and about.
And obviously,
This is
beverage
great.
chillers has
Yes.
been a huge market, so we're excited to do that. And the baseball caps is also a domestic manufacturer, so we're trying to do as much as possible that we can in the United States, and it just helps shorten lead times for retailers who need reorders.
Yeah. Well, there's plenty to shop for here. I mean, this is fantastic. Thank you so much.
It's been our pleasure.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming by.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.